Alright, I'm going to be replacing my clock spring. I got the Toyota OEM part from Toyota itself. There's the part number and all from Toyota. It's not cheap, about $450 after tax. But I'm going to attempt to replace it myself, save myself a few $100 on labor. Alright, I got all the tools that I know I need. I have to take let's see where it is. I can't see anything with the film in my face. I've got this panel right here off, and another one over here to get to a Torx head screw right here. That way I can take the airbag off. I already disconnected the battery, so I don't have to worry about that. And then once I get this off, I can get to the rest of it. Gotta take the entire steering wheel off, of course. I have a T30 head on here, so I'm gonna use that. I've got this pick so I can pick those open. And I got some other tools over here, including my torque wrench. So with this, the nut for the steering wheel is supposed to be a 19 millimeter, so that's what I got on there. Find out if that holds true. Okay, I will get started on this. There. Got that one off. Pretty easy with one of these picks. Alright, too tight to do it by hand. So I will have to don't know if that's I'll just have to try using the drill. I need to get an extender for this. Alright. Let's see. There's the T30 screw on this side and the other side. You have to get out. I got my little adapter here to go into a socket with a T30 on it. I got it loose. Of course, you didn't see it because the phone fell. Same on this side. Alright, now the airbag should come off. There we go. Need the pick to pull this yellow tab up. Pull that wire out, and that one's tight. That should be like a ground wire or whatever for the horn. There's the airbag. Alright, and then you have this. Okay. Looks like I probably need to take that. Well, I can unplug that from there. I don't know if it really matters. Unplug that completely. And that's where that wire is attached to this harness for this, my Sequoia. That will stay in there. Alright, and all I should have to do is take this off, and the steering wheel should come out. I'm going to have to play with it to make it come out. Let's see. Let's make that work. Get that out. Put this in. Yep, definitely in number 19. Before I remove that, I need to find my marker I brought out here. Hopefully it works. In the box. The marker works. Just want to mark it so you can tell when it's lined up properly. Makes it easier when you put it back together later. Alright, let's see if this will do the trick. That does not want to come out with that. Maybe. That does not want to work. Okay. So, I guess I'm going to use my torque wrench to try to break this loose. And of course, I can reconnect the battery now that the thing is, so I can realign the steering wheel. the battery again to make sure I'm safe. Alright. T19, or not T19, just a 19mm bolt. I don't think there's anything else I have to take off here. There we go. Steering wheel is off. Did not have to have the puller, so that's good. Everything else should be a Phillips head screw. After that, okay, so there's two Phillips heads up here. There's one down here. Take this cover off, and gotta move this to get to the screws that hold this one in place. The reason I'm changing this is my airbag light has been on for a while. The horn doesn't work, and cruise control does not work. Those three screws out. And this, I might need to pry it apart there. These do clip together. This just needs to come up far enough for me to get to these 4 screws, which is already good. So there you go. I have to take this out. Let's see. Unplug that. Unplug that. I don't see any obvious problems with any of these wires right there. Okay. There's a drill on. I checked online for non-OEM ones for this model. I couldn't find anything less than $300. If I want to spend $300 on a non-manufactured OEM one, then I'm gonna go ahead and spend $400 on the real one. Alright, the cock spring is out. And that one thing that would happen occasionally is when I turned the steering wheel to the left. I'm not sure why it was only the one to the left, but the occasionally the horn would come on, the cruise control light would come on, and the airbag light I think stayed on, but it only worked every once in a while. And from everything I could find online, that means the clock spring failed. Okay. This is my first time changing one. From videos I watched online, it takes up to an hour to do this, even if you're a newbie. Guess it does not clip in place anywhere. It wants to pop down on me for some reason. Screw out drops. Okay. Now I'll do the rest by hand. Drill, just make sure that they're snug. That one there seems a bit stripped out. Okay. Clock spring is in place. Reconnect these connectors. Make sure you hear it click. Okay. Clock spring is in place. Next would be putting this back on. clicks back into place. These also just want to be snug. Can't see unless I get out. And this goes up at an angle in there. Okay, now for the steering wheel. Oh wait, just have to pop this out first. Break that little plastic piece off. That allows this to spin. Okay, that's in place. That back in. I'm plugging this back in here. And that goes to the back of the airbag. So does this. I gotta put that bolt back or nut back in. This is supposed to be torqued to 73 foot-pounds. Which I preset this last night to 73 foot-pounds. This is just one of the cheap ones I bought. See if you can see it. 70 is just down there, and I have it set to right there at 73 between the 4 and the 2. Okay, that should be 73. Up if I had an extender. Okay. Well, it's pretty much back in line. Gotta get the airbag back on, and then all those problems should be solved. First, plug this in. Still good and tight. Press this down into the airbag. If it's in all the way, tab is in place to lock it. Okay, that's in place. And now use this Torx head. These back up. It's much easier to see when I get out the seat. Come on. I might have to do that with my hand. Those are both on there tight. I believe these are supposed to be tightened to like 5 foot-pounds, but I have no adapters or anything to use the torque wrench on that. I don't have a small torque wrench, like a screwdriver one, to make sure I get those right. Okay. This goes on here. Like so. Put the other one on. And you put the bottom in first, then you clip it in. Okay. Yeah, it took me all of 24 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna tighten the battery negative back together. Okay. As you can see, it's not on yet. Airbag light went off for the first time in months. Horn works. Let's see if the cruise control light comes on. Yep, everything works. job done. All in all, everything I did took less than 30 minutes, and this is my first time doing it. So, not too hard. I watched a couple of videos yesterday, like a week ago, before I ordered the part. They only had one left in stock at the warehouse. It had to be ordered. I ordered it last week. Came in yesterday. So, that is done. I no longer have the light on. All those parts are fixed. So, I just saved myself probably $200 in labor for a 30-minute job. I mean, it took me probably 15 to 30 minutes to get my tools together and everything, but the job itself took 30 minutes. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you got everything I did. There's other videos online you can watch to do this. Thank you.